Pyrocrafter here. I'm setting up my board for this year in the backyard. I'm going to start with 2 croissant cakes. I'm going to start with a green one and then go to a red. The green one, I'm going to start at the first tube is here, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go to the 8th shot and tap directly into the tube. That should be about right. Okay, now I'm going to take a piece of this fuse, burns at 1 second a foot. So I've got about, I don't know, 5 inches here. And I primed the ends. So that's going in there. Okay, now we're going to tape that in place. And glue it to the board. Going to leave all the original fuses in place in case something doesn't hit. I can hit it there and the cake won't be wasted, but this should fire just perfect. Okay, so now we have this one glued and fused. Halfway through, it's going to come over and hit the first tube here in this cake. We're going to glue that right there. Insert the fuse. Okay, now I have to wait for those 2 to set up. And the way these cakes travel is like that, so that's the last tube on this one. I'm going to tap into there after that sets up. Okay. Now we're going to the next row. We have the end fuse off of this cake. These 2 cakes are going to fire at the same time. And I have an end fuse added over here, so when it hits the last tube on this cake, we'll go to the next section. And also I forgot to add the duct tape from the first 2 cakes. Luckily I caught it before the glue set. Got it on these now. I'm going to keep going with that. The duct tape helps in case the cake explodes. Everything will go up instead of out. So I'm going to get those 2 glued in place. Okay, now we got these 2 cakes glued down. We're going to take the exit fuse on this cake and connect it to these 2. With some quick match pipe. We got some excess here we're going to cut off. And what you want to do with this, in case you haven't done this before, the fire flows this way, so it's hitting these 2 cakes coming that way. You keep everything moving the same direction. Not that it won't work in the other direction, but it's sure fire this way. Okay, now we're going to add our next tier. And what we're going to do is the same technique we used here. This is the last shot off of this cake. It's going to come and hit these two here using the pipe again, which basically turns it into quick match. It cuts off the oxygen and it'll shoot in an eighth of a second through this thing. Pretty much a lot of times it'll even pop like a firecracker, but it'll go real quick. Okay, this is Dynamo by AFW. It's going to be the last cake on the board. And what I've done is tapped into the last shot on this cake so that I leave myself the option of going on to one of my racks. So once the last shot here fires, it'll hit this and I can attach it to a rack. Okay, this is the completed repeater board. We're going to start with a green giant in the red cherries. This one's going to fire halfway through, kick this one on, so it's going to go green to red. Then we're coming around here. This is a Pearl to Salute cake. This is Prototype by AFW. We're going to come around and hit these two cakes with a half-second delay, maybe 2 seconds. They're both Haunted Scarecrow. That's going to come around and kick into Aquarian, AFW. And then this one will kick on, I don't know, a second or two later, Dynamo, also AFW. And then I added a fuse over here so I can go onto a rack from there. So it should be pretty cool. Pyrocrafter out.